Hello everyone, Prime here. Hope you're having a great day, because today we're going to be talking about Xbalanque and his brother, as the two are pretty much rarely seen without each other. So, this video will be on the hero twins, and without any further ado, let's get into this. As the younger of the two hero twins, Xbalanque was typically depicted being by his brother's side. Xbalanque was a lot smaller than his brother, who was more masculine and right-handed. They both adopted deer symbols, but Xbalanque also identified more with rabbits. He was left-handed and accepted as a more feminine deity in a feminine guise. Xbalanque also had spots of jaguar skin on his face and various parts of his body. Where Hunaphu, his brother, took the sun as a symbol, Xbalanque took the moon. When Xbalanque died and ascended to the heavens to become a moon deity, he swapped his genders, also becoming a moon goddess. In battle, the brothers' favorite weapons seemed to be blowguns, and they were deadly accurate and proficient with them. Hunaphu was bigger and much more bulky than Xbalanque, not to a massive degree, but it was noticeable. And Hunaphu would kind of lead out of the two brothers, have a head start in coming up with their plans. Not that Xbalanque didn't have any say in this regard, but typically it was Hunaphu who would decide what they would do, how they go about things. So I've already talked about the brothers in both Camazot's and Hunbat's videos. Hunbat's being one of the older brothers of the twins, and Camazot's being one of their greatest trials, or part of the group that turned out to be one of their greatest trials. I would tell you all about the creation again, but that sounds a bit pointless and wasteful, so you can check that out here. Instead, I'll tell you the story of how the hero twins defeated the most boastful and arrogant beasts you may ever hear about in my mythology. The brothers were approached by the god Hurricane, who implored the heroes to deal with Seven Macaw, an up-and-coming bird deity. See, on Earth, he had a lot of followers, and they really adored this bird, even though he kind of lied to the people of Earth. He claimed that he was the moon deity, or the sun deity, not so which, perhaps even both. See, Xbalanque and Hunaphu weren't pleased with this, and part of convincing them to help with this bird was the fact that the moon and the sun were their symbols. Macaw also replaced his teeth with jewels and put some ornaments in his wings and other parts of his body. He thought it looked pretty cool, and see, I can't be the best judge of how it looked purely because I haven't seen it, but I'm going to guess that no, it looked awful. Like the sneaky Mayan Lokis you don't want them to be, the brothers tried to ambush the bird during a meal. Hunaphu fired a dart at Macaw's jaw. It kinda hurt a bit and caused Macaw to not only have a few jewels fall out of his mouth, but also fall towards the floor. But as he did so, he clutched Hunaphu's arm tightly and tore it off as he fell to the earth. Not sure how much that hurt, but I'm guessing it hurt a great deal. The brothers decided to retreat and reformulate a plan as it didn't really work out for them. So they decided to invoke an elderly couple, one being a dentist and the other being a doctor, who wanted nothing more than to cure their sickly grandchildren. Macaw's jaw still had its boo-boos and also had some troubles with his sight as well, because, see, he thought it was a good idea to put ornaments over his eyes because it would look cool. I don't know what to say to that. The couple replaced what few stunning jewels it remained with pieces of corn, and removed the ornaments covering his eyes so that he could see, fixing the trouble with his eyesight. In return for this service, Macaw was to return Hunaphu's arm. I assume that he did, because after that Macaw died of shame, because he no longer had his cool look. But Macaw also had two sons, Xbalanque and Xbalanque, who claimed to be the creators and destroyers of mountains. It would take so much away from Xbalanque's video if I were to tell you his story, so I won't. Xbalanque, however, is a bit of a different story. He's apparently a demon, semi-god, that hated humans, or at the very least had no respect for us whatsoever. You see, the Mayan gods had a bit of a deal with us where we worshipped them, offered them sacrifices, they were okay with us. Demons really didn't care what we did, they just hated our guts, regardless. And Xbalanque's actions kind of upset and annoyed about 400 lesser deities, so they went on a bit of a witch hunt for him. Whilst Xbalanque was digging this hole, they tried to bury him alive with a boulder, and they missed, which How you miss a creature such as Xbalanque with a giant boulder is beyond me, but they missed, but Xbalanque pretended to be hit. The deities thought he was dead, so they just went home and lived out the rest of their lives, or so they thought. That very evening, Xbalanque came to their huts and destroyed the foundations. Then the houses caved in on them and killed them. Xbalanque was quite satisfied with himself and continued to cave things on anyone that would try to kill him for quite a time. You see, the Crusher was fishing. The brothers put a bit of a crab bait in the water. Xbalanque went for the crab bait, and the brothers somehow, don't ask me how, buried a mountain on top of him. And as strong as Xbalanque was, he couldn't lift that mountain off of himself. So he was crushed and probably died. Most likely died. There's a good chance that he died. And that's pretty much the story of Xbalanque and his brother. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, then go ahead and leave a like and subscribe for more content just like this if you're new. If you want to see a very specific god next, may as well leave a request in the comment section below. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. I've been Prime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.